Hi guys, yes, it's People and Places with me, Dr. Mama K. And we're on the streets because we believe as well you need to go out there to see what is happening. The other day we were driving around in Delft, Cape Town, South Africa, and we saw this colorful mobile swap shop program. And I was like, what is this about? And we're going to find out what this is about from my dear brother here. So tell us who you are and what this project is about.
Okay, my name is Jeffrey Phillies. I'm from a company called Se6, which is short for the South African Integrated Waste Management Education, Training and Development. Our core business is diversion of waste from landfill and waste education and training. However, we were appointed by the City of Cape Town to deliver on the Swop objectives. So the Swop primarily deals with waste minimization, sorting waste at source. I think we are in a space where we are challenged in the communities with illegal dumping, illittering, and it has a very negative impact on the environment. Hence, the city has established the Swop to try and alleviate the problem of illegal dumping and littering in our community, but also to separate waste at source. In other words, the communities get an opportunity not to discard their waste in the normal wheelie bin, but to separate their plastics, their metal tins, their glass, and then they can come to the swap shop to redeem their recyclables. Once they come here,
okay, let's go through the process. Okay. Actually, and we've got some people already waiting. Yes. So tell us the process of what we need to do.
Okay, what is happening now? The person will then bring their recyclable material, place it on the scale.
All right.
Okay.
So at the moment we've got bottles. So do you need to sort all that into cardboard? Because I can see cardboard, or it could be mixed.
They can separate it, but they will get more. The moment it is mixed, it reduces the value in waste. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's important that they must know when they separate its source, they need to separate their waste correctly. So if you bring a mixed bag, you'll get a lower price, unfortunately. So in this case, what is the amount there and the value amount?
It's 1 rand.
It's a 1 rand that is getting. Yeah.
So now this is weighing roughly 1.7 kilogram. So and for that unit price, they will get 1 rand. Yes. And then what happens after that 1 rand?
Yes, you then come to the swap shop. Can I say?
Okay.
Yeah, they would then come
into the swap shop. I love this chaos, by the way.
You would then get a voucher.
Right.
But in this case, I want to reward him and give him a 10 rand voucher.
Oh, so that's very generous.
So generous 10 rand voucher. So what do you like to have? There's some pizza bread, there's coffee and sugar, there's potatoes, and there's noodles, etc. in there.
Pizza bread.
Do you like to have a pizza bread?
This is really, really very unique because for me, it means somebody who, even if it's that 1 rand, even if it's 10 rand, you can have a meal for the day, basically.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
So now he's taking a pizza bread and he's taking a pack of noodles.
Okay.
As you can see, pack of noodles. Wow. So he has something to eat.
Thank you.
The program also deals with
all the best.
Okay,
let's see the next person.
Yes.
I'm just fascinated about this, the uniqueness of this.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've got a mix. It's cardboard.
Yes,
cardboard. It's called K4 cardboard.
Okay.
The code is K4.
K4.
It's cardboard.
Right, cardboard. Okay.
So a cardboard is 3 rand.
It's a 3 rand. 3 rands again.
Right.
Yeah, 3 rand
voucher. 3 rands voucher. And these are like milk bottles.
Yeah, it's called Tetra Pak. Yes.
Tetra Pak.
Yeah, Tetra Pak contains different plastics and foil. So it's a mixed plastic container. As you can see, the cap, and then there's the bottom. There's a plastic layer on the inside, and there's a foil layer also. So that, it's called Tetra Pak.
So do I need to wash it out first?
No, you don't.
You don't need to do all that.
Yeah,
you just bring it.
You just bring it. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So 3 rand, and then another.
So that is 1 rand.
So it's a 4 rand.
So that's 4 rand.
Yes.
Okay. We might think 1 rand, 3 rand
Yeah,
is
yeah.
nothing.
However, the primary objective is to divert waste from landfill.
I love that.
It's a strategy or an approach to deal with illegal dumping.
Yes.
However, the project also deals with unemployment. As you can see, here's two a lady and a gentleman from the West Bank area.
Okay.
Now they are appointed by our project manager, so they do the sorting, the buying in. We also have a buyback center on that side, also where there's cash involved. But with the swap shop, there's no cash involved. It's only vouchers that that people can redeem.
Okay.
So it deals with employment in the area. It deals with people going hungry to bed sometimes without food. So this morning there was a lot of people coming for the
I know
weekend
you said
vegetables.
we missed them.
Yeah,
Yes.
for the weekend vegetables. And so these are the things that the city is looking at to get the community involved. You know, Section 24 of the Constitution states we need to preserve our environment for future generations.
Yes.
So essentially free of pollution, free of illegal dumpings. We are borrowing this environment from our future generations.
Correct.
So we need to hand this environment over in a good and a polluted free condition so that they can also enjoy the benefits of the environment.
Right.
So this will also be launched in schools at the later stage.
I
now.
love
So we're
that.
busy with meetings now.
Right.
You see, it's
Right.
quiet
So
now.
at the moment, it's the streets we're
Yes.
going to.
Yes.
Let's give her a voucher or whatever she wants to get first, so that we don't keep her waiting, and
As
then
ek
we'll
vir
talk
wat
more,
was-
about this.
Voor en ek gaan jou 10 rand gee. Wat- wat-
Interesting. And I think for me, I'm just looking at, the flyer that's been distributed is in different languages. And we're going to hear from Jeffrey. They are in different areas at the moment. They're on the streets, but they're going to go to school,
Hey,
like
nog
you
een
said.
ding gezien,
And I love the fact that,
gaan jou
people,
donuts
just
geven,
illegal dumping, like you said. And this is really common, sadly, in our townships and other suburbs as well. So if we're going to find ways to get people and to educate them about how to recycle, how to reuse, and just move things from being dumped on the street, which could be an health hazard. And like Jeffrey said, in future years, we're saving the earth. Wow, are you going to share that with me? Enjoy.
Bye. Yes, so
So, okay, so you were telling us some of the benefits,
Yes.
of this program.
Yes.
And the fact that you're going to now go into schools, because
Yes.
I believe
Yes.
that education as
Yes.
well needs
Yes.
to start in the school.
Yes.
So what are the other benefits apart from, like you said, employment,
Yes.
addressing,
Yes.
creating even awareness of the environment?
Yes, we're looking at awareness and education. I think the reason for going into schools also, the activity or the program can be aligned to schools' curriculum. Certain activities like in environmental projects where we can teach them about diversion of waste, tonnages of waste, why it's important, and the properties of waste, why it shouldn't go to landfill site. The city had 7 landfill sites.
Okay.
They're down to 2 because the other 5 reach capacity. Hence, the city has now established 28 drop-off facilities where the community can also take their recyclables free of charge. They don't pay to take their recyclables to a drop-off facility. The process with that is the city also appoints service providers at the drop-off facilities. So they would then they give them the salvaging rights, they would then receive the recyclables and it gets processed and sold to an end buyer. That's also creating employment. Yes, but at the schools also, I think the learners can benefit from, like, especially with the organic waste, food gardens that we want to start in the schools, plastic and the dangers of plastic in our environment, etc. And how they can use plastics and other recyclable materials to create art projects which they can sell off at the end of the day. So that some of the kids would make toys. So these are the plans that we want to introduce into the schools and get the schools involved. You see now children is now in school. If it's holiday time, you would see this. It would be full house here because now they're in school. So we want to take the opportunity to the school.
To the schools.
Because after school they got after school activities, soccer, netball, whatever they need to do, homework, studies and that. So we want to take it during school hours to the schools. We have already set up appointments with schools in this area, in Mufuleni, in Khayelitsha. So it's work in progress, but we believe in next year we will be running full on in the
ground.
areas. Yeah.
So I see now you've got 5 areas. So
Yes.
on Fridays you're in Delft from 10 to 2 o'clock
Yes.
here at
Yes.
the Hague Avenue, for
Yes.
those who don't know. And then you're in Kailicha, because we do have people. Shout out to my people in Kailicha, Masutembele, Diani, and everybody else. At Harare in Kailicha,
Yes.
on Thursdays 10 to 3, on Wednesdays in Fulani 10 to 2 Main Road, opposite ShopRite, and then on Tuesdays at Luandli,
En Nomzamo.
okay, 10
Yes.
to 3 as well, Malunga Street, and then West Bank on Monday 9 to 3
Yes.
on West Bank Main Road.
Yes.
So at the moment you're working
Yes.
on those 5.
Yes.
So is it this same mobile shop that goes to all those places?
It is the same mobile shop that goes to the mentioned areas. However, it's called Area 2. It's a instruction from the mayor that the swap shop should move in these areas first.
Right.
The simple reason for that is because there's a waste challenge, a major waste challenge in these areas. So it's we started in the month of August. So we now say 3 months up and running in the areas. So it's work in progress, and we have seen people participating, especially the house mothers. They come here to buy their washing powder or whatever they need, and they know the children is coming from school. The children is going to bother them. Mommy, don't you have a 1 rand, a 2 rand? You want to buy chips? But when they get home, there's something already. They can't bother mommy anymore.
Right,
they buy from their own waste.
Right,
So tons of waste was since we've started.
I was just going to ask, how many roughly has
it's
been
over 50 tons.
now?
Over 50 tons has been already diverted.
Awesome.
That's your mixture of plastics, metals, glass, cardboard. So yeah.
So let me come back now to what are the things that, I can see in here. What are the things that we can bring? You've already mentioned PET clear, polypop, white paper, aluminium cans, heavy steel, cardboard, mixed plastic, clear plastic, PET green, brown, tetra, and e-waste.
Yes.
For some people that don't know what e-waste is, maybe can you explain that?
Everything to do with that uses electricity, it's called e-waste, electronic waste, which is your computers, your laptops, your stoves, your microwave ovens, even old cell phones, everything that deals with electricity.
And that I can see is like 15 rand per kilo.
Yes,
so that is really the huge one that you want people to bring.
As well as aluminium cans is also 15 rand. So
aluminium cans.
Yes.
I came out of the community. I was born in the community.
Yes.
Right.
It's not something that's in my blood. I'm born with it.
Yes.
Right.
My mother was a community servant.
Okay.
My grandmother's a community servant.
Okay. So
You look, I don't know if you know Tahila and Elsie's River. The rehab center with it's my sister. I have established that up until that level.
Yes.
In Worcester as well, Tampa, my cousins all got
So you
NGOs.
are a community ambassador.
I am been born
We
into that.
salute you.
Yeah.
These are the people
Yes,
for
yes.
me.
Well,
At the end of the day, who can help, with helping with even the generational gap.
Exactly.
With the young and the old. So you need to do more engaging. And I like the fact that you stepped out.
Yes.
A lot of our youth, will come and walk here and they're curious to know what is happening. But it's none of my business.
Yeah.
But this shows he belongs to the older generation and he wants to see change.
Yes. And
Positive
transferring
change.
to the younger generation. Our project manager, Pastor Hilton Davids, is currently in Albertina somewhere there.
Right.
Pastor Hilton Davids of West Bank.
Yes. So he has a soup kitchen also.
Right.
Yeah.
Where they distribute food to the communities
yes,
as well.
yes.
And so some of these proceeds goes there also. To feed the community.
No, that's awesome. Well,
I've done training by Pastor Hilton, where I've trained some of his people there in a skills training development program that I was involved in. And Pastor Hilton was one of my sites there. That means, I know Pastor Hilton.
Yeah, he's our project manager. Yes.
I'm going to say this. Thank you, so much, for educating and enlightening us, about what is happening in Delft, and especially in terms of waste management and so on. And thank you, sir, as well for being part of the solution, because that's what this is. He's coming forward to say, you know what, I want to be part of the solution. But please, don't let it just be mere talk shop.
No,
some of what is told
I appreciate that,
please take that on board. It might take time, to implement, but we need to find ways to listen, to the people in the community themselves to say, okay, you know what, this will work for us, this won't work, and this might be what you want to do. So thank you, we salute you, and we commend you. We can't wait to see more of what you're doing, and we'll probably now try and follow you as well to see more of this project being replicated in schools. There are a lot of community leaders, like he said, Councillor Denayo, shout out to you, my dear sister, Councillor Michelle, I know all of them here, and even the Pastor Hilton, I know him as well. So there are a lot of community people who are already doing work, but they cannot do this alone. So it needs to be service provider, community, schools, and everybody else that needs to be engaged.
It does need a collective approach. We cannot do it alone because they understand the community dynamics and they can guide us and to show us where to infiltrate and how we need to do things.
Exactly.
I think it's been ongoing. This has been ongoing for a long time. The challenges in this area with waste management, challenges the
illegal dumping. Shout out as well to my sister Sheila. She to manage to change an area that was about illegal dumping into a garden farm and doing more things for the seniors. So I want to close now because we need to be somewhere else. But sir, I want to ask you to just give words of encouragement, to the people in Delft or anyone you want to speak to. But I want you to look in the camera to do that.
I think what we should go back at, it's years back in my younger days, we had a program, educational program in school. Drop it in the Ziggy bag. Education should begin at school level. That's where it should start, primary level. And you see the difference between a kid that stays in Paro on those Model C schools and a kid that stays here at our schools. That kid, like yesterday I met a kid, she had the chocolate paper. She told the one kid, put it in your pocket. Whereas our kids, what they will do, they will drop it. So we need to start, we need to go back to the fundamentals, start at school level. If you look at the Chinese, where they start with their programs, even with safety, it starts on a school, on a primary school level. Even in grade R already, we need to start teaching, go back to programs like that, educating our communities. Because dumping, it's not everyone, but to stay in this field, how can something good come out of field like this? And our community need to take ownership again and be proud of our areas. I'm telling you, if you stay out of Delft and you bring someone here, they would ask you this question: how can you stay here in Delft? That's the question that's been asked. So we need to install the pride back into our community and let our community take ownership of the area. I thank you.
Wow, I salute you, Mr. James. Thank you so much. Now, Mr. Jeffrey, just words of encouragement and then maybe close on your contact details, how people can work, or who they can contact for more information.
Thank you, Doctor. I think what has been discussed is very important in terms of diverting of tons of waste from landfill site. It's very important. I think fundamentally we need to start at home first because as the saying goes, charity starts at home, where we can separate our waste and assist the city of Cape Town with the illegal dumping and littering problem in our communities. I think the community leaders in the community at large should be involved in trying to preserve our environment for future generations. I think we are currently borrowing this environment from our future generations, from our children, and we need to be careful how we are going to pass the baton on. So in other words, we need to give this environment back to them in a clean, in a healthy environment, so that they can also enjoy the benefits of our environment. And then to expose, I think what we should also do as a community, expose our children to other areas and opportunities which they can take as a blueprint and bring into these areas and bring about change. And there's a lot of areas, I see this dumping spaces here as food gardens. That is what I see. It shouldn't be a dumping area, so the community can use the land and convert it into a food gardens, and they can also benefit from that as well. Yes, but I also would like to, if there's any sponsors out there that can sponsor in terms of food stuff, vegetables for the community, that we can continue with this project. It's sometimes challenging. We get a lot of stuff, we appreciate that, but the need has become now more, and the request has become now more and more. So your contribution will help as companies to divert tons of waste from landfill site. Thank you, Doctor, for the opportunity.
Thank you. We'll share your details, at the end. And definitely, I really salute you and the people in Delft, especially the community leaders who are silently or out there doing things to make sure, they could be the pride of Delft. And it's not about the negative. For me, it's always about the positive. Those who are impacting lives positively in their own little way. So you're an ambassador. If nobody called you that before, you're a Delft ambassador in my own eye today. So Mr. James, we commend you, we see you, and we'll definitely want to have more conversations as well with you, so that you can continue as well to input, to encourage, because it's not easy. It's not easy, and we are all, the Ubuntu
we need to bring it
culture.
back.
It's about we're there where I am because you are, and how do we all support each other? Black, white, colored, Muslim, Christian, non-religion, whatever it is, and that's what it is. Because at the end of the day, we're human first.
Most definitely.
We're human first. So that's all we've got time for today. And yes, we'll be back, because this is not the end of the conversation. But what are you doing, as well, to help in terms of illegal dumping or waste management? You heard Mr. James giving the example of a child, who instead of putting their rubbish on the floor, put it in their pocket until wait they get to somewhere, But what I normally get from people is, but there's already all that on the floor. What will my one make? It will make a difference. It will make that. Yes, so please, let's do things. Not throw, you're in the taxi, you're throwing your bottle out through the window. We're killing our world. We are sadly killing our world. So we need to do more. We really need to do more. So not just for us, but for generations to come. So what are you doing? I asked you today. What are you doing in terms of reusing, reducing, and more? So till next time, we'll be back for more. And that's all we say. And all the people here, we've got a crowd in here. Everybody just give a wave. Keep doing what you're doing. And God bless you. Have an awesome weekend. We'll be right back.
Thank you.